All right, so welcome to Bang MMA. Unfortunate week to start my UFC predictions with a Cortez versus Namajunas main event, but we will trot along regardless. We're just going to do the main event this week. In the future, maybe with better events, we'll do some prelims, but I can't be fucked watching all those fights. So for now, let's just get into it. So I think Al Hassan is going to beat Brundage. I don't think it's going to be a fun fight. Brundage, last time I saw him, he got one of the 2 slam KOs on one card, which was pretty impressive. But other than that, he's lost 2 of the last 4 fights, and one of the other fights he won by disqualification. I think Al Hassan has been winning more. I think that Al Hassan is better on the feet, and I think he'll be able to stop Brundage's takedown. I think this is going to be a fairly safe bet to go with Al Hassan over Brundage. I think that he's going to piece him up on the feet, and I think he's going to win a decision. I don't see Brundage winning this, and I think your money's safe on Al Hassan, but this isn't gambling advice. So, Rosa versus Rodriguez. I'm going with Rodriguez. He beat Raul Rosas Jr. and Cameron Simon recently. Cameron Simon looked like a very good prospect. Unfortunately, his last couple of fights haven't really reflected it. He got stunned by Peyton Talbot, and, well, we can't take away too much from Simon. Talbot does look to be a fucking beast. He just won by first round KO in about 15 seconds. UFC 303. I think he's an absolute savage, but Peyton Talbot's not fighting. Let's not get all homo for him. Not, and like there's anything wrong with that, but, anyway, I think Rosa leaves his chin up in the air too much. I think he's going to leave it up there while he's exchanging with Rodriguez, and Rodriguez is going to catch him on the counter. I think it's going to be a very candid decision for Rodriguez, or potentially a finish in the second or maybe the third for Rodriguez. But just don't believe in a Rosa at all, and I think Christian Rodriguez is going to get it done pretty easily. So, Dober vs. Silva, I rewatched Dober vs. Silva 1, and it looked like Drew was doing pretty well, putting the pressure up against the fence. Silva was slipping some shots, did pretty decent. Dober got down Silva and was in a guillotine in Silva's half guard. The referee stepped in, thought Dober was out after he sat there for a few seconds, and right as the referee stepped in, Dober popped his head out. It was a bit of a moment where it was like, what the fuck are you doing, ref? And then Dober just sort of went into denial that the fight had been stopped and just lay in Silva's half guard for 15, 20 seconds, just refusing to get up while Silva just flopped around. I don't think that'll happen this time. I think Dober knocks him out. I think Dober's going to want to put a stamp on this and get that grey spot of his record and get his get back. Don't want to bring race into it, but if you guys have been watching Drew Dober for a while, there's also a good statistic that supports me on this pick. So looking at Bonfim's record, he's only really lost to Benoit Saint Denis, fucking in the UFC. Not a bad person to lose to. Recently, as we know, was knocked out by Dustin Poirier, but was touted as being the person to beat Dustin Poirier, and people were counting Dustin Poirier out against him. Now, looking back, people have sort of said Benoit's been fraud-checked. I don't believe he has at all. I just think Dustin's that good. But I think Bonfim losing to Benoit Saint Denis, it doesn't look too bad on his record, man, and I really think he's going to get this win. So go for Bonfim. He's not going to get subbed. I think he will sub, and it should be easy money. All right, so Ponzinibbio versus Salikov. I'm going to go with Ponzinibbio. I think he's stronger. I think he's got the slight reach advantage, which is going to help a lot on the feet. I think Ponzinibbio all round has been fighting better competition for longer. Still really only losing to top contenders. I think Salikov's out of his skill bracket. Salikov's best win is against Fialho almost 2 years ago, and other than that, it's lost to bunch of people in the same division. I think if Salikov could potentially find some success with some wrestling, he might be able to edge out a split decision or some shit like that. But I think Ponzinibbio will finish this fight standing. I think he's going to stop all the takedowns. I think he's going to have a flashy show out, and I think he's going to win. All right, main event time. Cortez versus Namajunas. If this fight had been scheduled for 5 rounds from the get-go and Cortez wasn't stepping in, I would be going with Cortez. And part of me still wants to go with Cortez. I think it's going to be a close fight, but Cortez has been training for a 3-round fight that was going to take place in a week or two. And Rose has been training for this main event from the start of the camp. I think that is going to play a huge role in how this fight plays out, especially if it goes the distance. I think if Cortez can submit Rose in the first couple rounds, then that's her only path to victory. I don't see her getting a KO over Rose. I think Rose could win a boring decision on the feet. I don't think she's going to knock out Tracy either, unless Tracy gasses in the last couple rounds, which is not unlikely actually, because it's in Denver, Colorado at elevation. Another thing Cortez has not been preparing for. The issue is Cortez has got so much momentum, hasn't lost a fight in years, and Rose has lost 3 fights in her last 5 or some shit like that. So I'm going to go with Rose by fucking split decision, probably. I don't fucking know. I'll probably end up putting money on Tracy by sub anyway, but my gut's telling me, after finding out about the location and taking into account the length of the fight, I think Rose is going to win by decision. I think she'll have this in the bag. But yeah, we'll see how this goes out. This whole video is not gambling advice. Please do not place bets based off of the information that I'm bringing forward, because all up, I think this card is going to be nothing special. I think you can chuck together a few safe parlays, have a little bit of pocket money for the week. Don't bet based off of what I'm telling you. This isn't gambling advice once again. I will be back again probably later this week with another video, perhaps discussing the Masvidal-Diaz boxing fight, or we might just go into another topic, MMA related. If you do see this video, let me know in the comments. Please do like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you, guys.